Me about you and your daughter relationship before the incident happened.
Um, so I'm gonna give you a real deep insight. I'm gonna give you a real full cover. Um, I've been in a little girl life her whole life. I found out after 9 months. Unfortunately, of her being here after 9 months, I found out through DNA that we didn't share DNA. Like biologically, we don't even share DNA. After but I'm on a birth certificate and everything. I stayed
Mhm.
around. I, I stayed in her life. I ain't walked out of her life. Me and her mother, we not we not good or nothing like that. But for the little girl, I'm always seeing her life. And, her mom ended up going to jail in 2022, the end of
Mhm.
2022, and then she her I reached out to her people, and they reached out to me. And after they reached out to me, they were like, oh, she's in jail. Do you mind getting London? And around that time, I didn't have nowhere to stay. Hotel at the time, way,
Mhm.
I was taking care of it. I had no problem. I stacked my money and ended up getting me an apartment due to me being in certain situations I shouldn't put myself in. I ended up losing my apartment. You know, I didn't have nowhere for me and my child to be. So I was staying. Well, I went back to a rough neighborhood, southwest side of Houston, in my old neighborhood, and I can't have my daughter in that neighborhood. I'm not in that neighborhood. I'm not gonna have my daughter. They I reach out to the godmother, and that's why I was like, okay, who is she? And told me who it was, and I remember when my daughter was born, that somebody her mom was cool with. I was. It made me feel comfortable to be like, okay, sure. And then she also was agreeing to try and help me get out in school and all of the other stuff that that mothers know. I'm a single father at this point.
Right.
I didn't do everything, but I didn't have a mom. I do have a mom, but me and her were not on that level of what I'm saying, to be able to call and ask these type of questions. I raised myself, just put it like that. But I I reached for a guardian paperwork, for her to be able to get her doctor visits and in school and, the things that she needs. After I signed the temporary guardianship paperwork, I want to say about 3 weeks before I signed it, she was reaching out. She was contacting me.
You
Every
talking about
weekend I got
the godmother,
the
right?
guard. She was
Okay.
reaching out the first, and she would contact me back, and she'll pull up on me on the weekends, and I will take my daughter on the shopping. My daughter is spoiled. I will take her a clothing store, and her limit was $200 every weekend. Promise, every weekend $200. My daughter was good. If she wanted $100 in toys or $100 for whatever she gets, she pick it up. If she wanted, she got it. If it's in her size and she knows, she. So I was looking out for the lady. She wasn't asking me for money, so it was like I was like, still be here for my child. So after I signed the temporary guardianship paperwork, she stopped responding to my messages, stopped responding to my calls. She ignored me, and like, for about a month, all the way to the end of September. And I reached out and I was like, hey, if you don't reach back out to me, and I'm gonna send you those messages too. Also, I have messages too.
Okay.
I was like, if you don't reach out to me, I will be there because you haven't been reaching out to me. I'm a concerned father. I don't know what's going on with my child. I don't know what's going on. And she replied immediately, like 10 minutes later. Replied and was like, she was like, you playing police games and all of this, helping you, and she's like, her mom actually the person that told me to keep her away from you. If you do call the police, it won't even matter because my girl is a police officer. You just gonna waste your time. Da da da. We have temporary guardianship and all that, and I don't know how that stuff works. So I was
Right.
conversating with a friend. Down the line, they told me that I still have my rights because I'm still a father. No matter what she's talking about, I
Mhm.
still have rights. Whether the paper is temporary guardianship, not permanent. So she was like,
So
you still have rights.
you only gave her temporary guardianship.
Guardian, yes. And I still have the paper for that. and everything.
Yeah.
Like, so I signed the temporary guardianship. She stopped answering. Boom, a month. That's when she did all of that. Said if I call the police, it'll be wasting my time and all of that. So I
Mhm.
started falling back. I was like, maybe her mom did say that because, like I said, we're not on good terms. And I was like, maybe she feel like she don't want her around me. Responding, I stopped reaching out to her, but then something in my mind just said, nah. So I started replying. I started reaching out to her again for about 3 weeks. Every day, I was reaching out. Every day, I sent a message early in the morning. Hey, you know, this is my name. I don't know if you broke your phone or lost your phone and your phone or anything. Hey, this is me reaching out on behalf of my daughter. Do 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 do. No response. No response at all. She responded in November and said she just took a trip for her birthday and she would call me soon as she got back to, wherever she was. No, back to Houston. And she never gave me that call. That's when I started getting super concerned. And I'm like, now it's like you're avoiding me for real. So I started reaching out
Mhm.
more and more and more. And like the day before Thanksgiving, to be exact, I want to say Thanksgiving's on the 27th, right? On the 26th,
Mhm.
I got a call. That's when I was like, they were like, you might want to hurry up and get to the hospital. London is
Mhm.
on life support, critical condition. I got to the hospital. The lady immediately told the people, "Oh well, I just picked her up from him days prior to this situation.
How
So
many
everything
days?
that's going on, it's him." But I had my daughter 3 days prior to the incident. I hadn't saw my daughter in approximately 2.5 months, close to 3 months, for this
Mm.
situation. So she was like, she was trying to make it seem like I had my daughter and whatever was going on, I could be like the possible person. But due to me
Yeah.
having receipts and messages and everything, I told the officers, I was like, bro, I was just messaging her not too long ago. I'm a senior citizen. I'm one of those fathers that be super concerned. So I'm gonna be honest, I was crying. You making me lose my mind. I'm stressed out. You got me in a depressional state. I'm like, y'all not gonna be satisfied till I'm dead or gone. It's all gonna start. Like I
Mhm.
was depressed. I'm like, bro, you playing with my child. Somebody got pissed deep. And then that's she was like, oh well, but due to her not data resetting her phone, police were able to recover the
Mhm.
messages and more. And it's just it's been a battle just to even get custody of my child. I had to go through CPS. I had to argue to get my child back. It's just been it's been a rough 2 months. But like I said, man, thank you for shining light because that also brought people to have people reach out to me and resources and things that can help me get through. That really was helpful. Like that really was helpful. Like and everybody kept saying like Eric, not to be funny, not to be special. They was like the bald head guy, the guy
The vo-
down there bald posting your daughter is going viral. I'm like, nah, I ain't see it. I didn't even want to do the news. I didn't even want to do the news report. Like I told them the thing. That's why when I was talking to them, if you could see, I was looking down, I'm looking away. I was trying to get up out of there because I was
Mhm.
at the court. If you can see the video, I was at court. I went to see the lady at court. I wanted her to at least tell me, I'm sorry. I apologize.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
explanation
Did
was
she
not
ever
what was
say?
on.
Did she ever say? Did she ever say why she did it? Why she beat her like that, or
The lady
just
laughed at me when she saw me in court.
laughed at you?
And that's why I say in that interview, I was trying to get up out of there because I'm hot. I'm mad. I'm, be honest, I want to act out. I
Hmm.
can't. You know, I'm a father. I got to be here for this little girl. I wouldn't think to raise this little girl. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta hold my head tight. I was trying to hurry up and get out of court, but then I had ABC rushing about some. Hey, do you mind doing an interview? And then the person I
Hmm.
was with at the time, they was like, "Oh, bro, you better do that interview. You could shine light on your daughter, situation." But I'm like, right now, I'm not even in the right mindset to be talking about it.
Right.
At that time, it was still fresh.
Hmm.
You doing good? Come here, London. Come here.
Oh yeah, she's back.
Hey, yeah,
Hey, how
she's
you
back.
doing?
She
Yeah, she back.
on her head, as you can see, that's the Catholic. They have
Your phone is
or
real,
stone.
real
They have.
choppy.
Oh, um, you can hear me now.
Yeah, it's just freezing up a lot.
But
Yeah.
around the time, around like them two knots in her head, they had to
Hmm.
put a tube in her from her head to her.
Okay, there we
There you
go.
go.
Yeah, you was telling me about pretty much about her recovery.
Oh yeah. So at first when she first she couldn't move. She she couldn't move. She was basically asleep in a coma, basically for probably about you want to say roughly about a week and a half. No response. Um, she finally started waking up, moving her fingers and stuff, and they had slowly took her off life support. But then her sister they didn't know why, so they put her back on life support and they had to. That's when they
Hmm.
seen that she had the fractured skull, and the skull pushed in, so it punctured her brain. My daughter had a dent
Hmm.
out of it. I promise you, like a real dent. If I stuck my finger right there, like, press about this big in my daughter's arm. Oh,
Did they ever say like did did she ever say like why she did it? Like, just done it because.
no explanation, no reaching out to me. And my number ain't that hard to find. It ain't that hard to find on. People can reach out to me, so I know she know. She got a way to reach out to me.
Hmm.
Ain't no way for you to just be no explanation. You see me in court and laugh. That's the crazy part about it. That's your time to say, hey, let me explain. Because I'm a person of understanding. Like I'm not a person that just I look like I'm crazy or whatever, but I ain't that type to just be you know clicking out on nobody. I'm a type to understand. Real, I really want to know because some people go through certain situations in life that what I'm saying. Some people just need somebody to talk to or understand them.
Hmm.
Instead, she laughed at me like I was a joke. Like she played the
How
game.
you look now how your little girl mama feel about, her?
She was hoping she stayed in jail. If you get what I'm saying,
I got you.
in
Street
jail. So
justice. Yeah.
no, if she wants some justice, she don't want the shit that I'm trying to say. Don't do it like that. But nah, she ghetto. She gonna fight. She gonna handle what she gotta handle for the little girl.
Hmm. And I'm gonna say lastly, like, is it anything that you want the people to know about you as a father?
Well, one as a father, I'm a good father. I take care of my kids, man. I go all out for my kids. I know from anybody on my follower list alone to vouch that I'm a immaculate. Something I stand on and I live by. Like, hold on, baby. I see. Ooh, good job. But I'm an immaculate father, man. I got two kids. I got a son. Also, I don't even get to see, but I'm still reaching and fighting for him. I raised my kids like you know what I'm saying, like a outstanding father. I go above and beyond. Tea parties and all for my kids and all. If I got to, ballerina dances. If I got to, I be damn near having to part this girl hair and braid her hair like I'm a motherfucking mama sometime, bro. For real, for real. Like I
Mhm.
could do it if I want. I could do it, but I'd rather not do it. But with me having to take care of this girl, I be having to do everything. So it ain't nothing I can't do for her. I can do it all by myself. I'm an immaculate father, man. I shoot for the fathers that don't do, not to sound like this, but that don't do for their kids or for the mothers that go through it that don't have, the father that's active in their child life. So I trying to be that father. I don't want to add to the statistics. I don't want to be black as a black culture. So I try and be that one person to that people can look at and be like, hey, I might not gotta be that, but one thing I know this some females, you know how they be like, oh, these niggas ain't nothing. But when you see me, look, hey, no, it's possible. These niggas can change. I went from the streets to being an immaculate father, like it ain't nothing. Left them streets alone like it ain't nothing. So I'll be praying else could do the same, man. Especially when it comes to them kids, man. They the future. Come on, man. That smile. Could you not?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What you was telling me earlier, you were saying like, people were, in the comments, basically, I guess almost like slandering your character,
Oh yeah, I
and
had
you
a
was
lot of
saying
that.
like, hey, yeah, and you was like, man, they
I had
don't
a
even
lot of
know me.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I
You'll
said I
touch
had a
on that
lot
a
of that.
little
I had a
bit.
lot of people talking about, oh, it don't take 2 months to move and all of that. Like and as they could, if they listen to the interview that I had with KHOU, it's a lot of people in the comments that be like, most people don't listen, and that's common. Everybody entitled to opinion,
Mm-hmm.
but instead of, I just went to them
Right.
and told them reach out to me personally, and we could have a one-on-one conversation. I'm not gonna see your comment and be like, oh, you said bad father, this my fault, this that. No, I'm gonna have a one-on-one conversation with you, and I'm gonna let you know my side of the story. You only hear a partial side of the story. We only had 60 seconds on the news, so it ain't like you can get everything from 60 seconds. So a lot of
Right.
people that I talk to, I end up opening their eyes and they realize, like, damn, you really is a good father. And they be like, some people was like, oh, your kid's not even on your page and all of this. It'd be times where I had to take kids off my page because people be saying let's fly to that, and I don't need nobody trying to talk about my daughter under her comment in her pictures. I
Right.
took the pictures of our child. I was like, what? What y'all talking about? My daughter been on my page since she was born. She has
Mm-hmm.
from birth. She been on my page. Like like I don't play with my kids, bro. So there's just a lot of people that just was ready to just say something like, oh, I'm black. I'm young, you know what I'm saying? Look at me, man. If you look at my Instagram, man, I'm deep in them streets, but it don't mean that I ain't I'm here for my kids. I left them I just be around all that. That mean I'm still active in their life. But for my kids, everybody will tell you I got multiple people vouch, people that can vouch. I done left it all alone for my kids. And I'm 4 years running now. It's still being here for this one right here. Baby.
Me, my baby.
What you say?
I say she done made a full recovery.
Oh yeah, man. She got a full recovery, man. She got toys. She active.
Mm-hmm.
All I gotta do.
Only me, my baby.
It's one thing to be strong, but everybody need a little help every now and then, strong or not.
Nah, for real, man. And I'm the type that don't ask for help, so I be going through it by myself with my daughter
Mm-hmm.
sometimes, and I don't really, you know what I'm saying. I ain't the type to really run into my mama. Like I said, I ain't got that. I ain't got that type of bond with my family. I took care of myself since 13. I ain't had nowhere
Mm-hmm.
to go when I got that little girl. I ain't had nowhere for that little girl to go. I figured it out. I made a way because that's what a man gonna do. And at the end of the day, I'm her father. On that paperwork, without paperwork, I'm who that little girl look up to. If I wasn't even on that paperwork, if she called me dad, I got my son got a
Mm-hmm.
brother. I've been taking care of his brother before I had my son. I was taking care of his brother since he was 6 months, probably before he was
Mm-hmm.
one. I raised that little dude. He called me daddy. So with that being said, I don't short no corners. I don't call and ask for just my son. I call and ask for both. When my daughter got at the hospital,
Mm-hmm.
she asked for her brothers, because she know I'm never gonna pick one child up and be like, oh well, I'm gonna show favoritism to one. If I get one, I get them all, and I treat them all the same. And not only my kids. If you check my Instagram, I see your videos. I used to ride around Houston. I used to have Pampers in my trunk. I used to call my homegirls and partners like, hey, what size your kids? Well, like I said, I'm in a bad neighborhood. I got people that come around with cheap prices for stuff. So when they come through with Pampers and wipes, I'm filling up my trunk with that every time. I'm not hesitating on however much they want. It got to the point where I buy it every time, to the point where people went that go boosting and all that, they wouldn't even charge me that much. I probably get 10 packs of Pampers for $20. I'm riding around the neighborhood asking people, hey, what size your kids were? Like, I'm all for the kids. When it come to kids, I don't play because, like I said, I raised myself. I ain't had for me. I ain't had nobody to be there to reach to I am. I raised myself to be the man I am, and I take pride in that. It's not enough for us brothers out here that do stuff like this for their kids or will go out their way or that they living in for their kids. And I encourage that, for others to do the same thing, man. You know what I'm saying? You, even if you was in the streets or doing whatever you doing, if you doing wrong, man, make sure you be in them kids like, bro. Them kids ask to be here, man. You know what I'm saying? Whether they yours or not, even if a nigga messing with a female and the kids look up to you, man, don't fail them kids, man. They look up to you. Cause that should come back and bite you in your ass. If for any father out there that's going through it, just don't give up. Just keep fighting. Don't give up. You know what I'm saying? Us as men, we try not to go that route with the courts and all of that. But as a person that wish I did take that route, don't be scared. Don't hesitate. Go take that next step. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't nothing. You ain't doing nothing wrong. You ain't on no police stuff. You ain't looking like no lame. None of that. You're a real man. That's what real men do. They're going to stand up in that pain for their kids. You're going to do what you wouldn't do for others, but you will do it for your kids. So if you're going through that out there, man, all I can say is, man, just keep going, keep trying, never give up, and keep, striving for your kids, man. That's the best thing I can say. Don't never give up. Be there for them kids.